But you got to think that they are a seasoned team who is certainly capable of weathering a storm without one player. And we will see now as the match is kicking off. It's CEVO TV. I'm Mess, joined by Lunders. It's going to be a main matchup between Mobility Gaming and Anonymous 5 here on Dust 2. It's the all-important pistol round. Let's see how things shake out here. We see the terrorists picking up a couple of decoys and some chest armor. All of them have chest armor across the board. Meanwhile, counter-terrorists going with a mix of flashes, smokes, mollies, and a couple of decoys as well. 3 of them have chest armor.
They saw them. They saw the bomb go back to B.
And we see a pretty aggressive push by Mobility through middle. Already 2 of them through mid, and they're coming up cap. But look, the wrap from Anonymous 5, they decided to come through lower B instead of going into B, and they get sandwiched there, already losing 2. We have Juxalope, the point man, on Cat, as the remaining 3 terrorists were bottled up there, but they opt to go out middle. Juxalope, the number 9 man, comes out swinging. They don't have anything smoked off. They've got a molly in their face and 3 in CT. It's all up to the running man. He's the last one there with the bomb. He's going to have to do some serious running to survive this against 4 CTs. Zek getting the headshot, so a very comfortable pistol win for Mobility, only losing 1 player, Davey.
Yeah. So the way they set up Anonymous, they decoyed long, but to throw their decoys, I mean, they actually had a total B spawn, so they ended up crossing back and forth through mid, which was being spotted, and then since Mobility had 2 players pushed on Cat, they decided, okay, it's either going to be all long or all Cats since there's no fast Cats, and so they pushed up 2 Cats to get an early pick, found out that they were going to come out lower. It really worked out in their favor, pretty much everything that round.
As we see Stanislaw getting a... Oh! That was a very, very short eco round for Anonymous 5 as Strider picks up 2, but Stanislaw getting 3 with his FAMAS. Very well played. He's at 5-0 with an assist.
Yeah, won't be surprised to see a save this round, obviously. Only above 3K on the board and no bomb plants, and also very few kills. Actually, just 1 kill on the board. So,
and it's Brunson.
So they're going to be able to buy next round. It's going to be enough for them, I expect, and it looks like they're going to try to get a plant B here.
They're sending 4 out long with the bomb just lurking in lower tunnels, as already 3 of those 4 that came out long, the 4th one finally drops out was Juxalope.
Wow.
Brunson has the bomb on his back, comes out middle, and curiously enough, I'm surprised he wasn't staged up for a push in the B site. I guess he just didn't expect to rotate.
Yeah, I think maybe he thought the rotate would be a little bit, if they got a kill out long, the rotate would have definitely shifted a lot heavier, and he could have caught a player coming from B, killed that player, got a gun, got the bomb down, and then actually had a chance to win the round. I know it would have been a small chance, but a chance nonetheless to win the round. But yeah, Brunson open. Brunson
with the op, and we see a fast cat set up for Mobility. 2 of them going up cat. I believe 1 of them with the op. That's Zek. Let's see. Yes, he is up on cat. Opting to drop back now onto the A site. Meanwhile, the terrorists, what remain of them, as Synergy has already been dropped from the board, are collected in middle. 1 of them peeking out long. That's Juxalope. Just trying to make sure that pit is clear. There's 1 CT at car. That's Davey, waiting patiently. Not going to expose himself, as it looks like the bomb is going to come out with the 3 remaining terrorists long, as Zex drops running man, drops the bomb, McViz, and it's all up to Brunson. Poor Brunson with just his op is on an island out long, and Davey, just a quick peek with his FAMAS from car, drops him with the quickness and is probably going to pick up that op.
What a fantastic round by Mobility Gaming. A really calculated plant push up into upper, and there was no one there to stop them. Ended up getting a pick on a player who heard them, but didn't know that they'd be walking all the way down to lower, and really caught him off guard without taking any damage. And then just shutting him down at long so hard, as well as taking cat control. Mobility Gaming are not giving up mid, and they, I think that now that they know that they've expressed dominance at mid, they don't really need to have a presence there as heavy as they did once.
And you take a look at Mobility, utilizing a FAMAS and even a pistol there for that frag, as Zek gets the 4th of the 5th. Running man, LMS here. He does have the bomb in his P250, but he gets the headshot on Sit-Off. He got a little aggressive there, trying to spam through the metal doors. Unfortunately, not going to get many wall bangs with the pistol. Davey drops him with the CZ, so it's now 5-0 for Mobility.
Yeah, for real. It takes, I think, how many headshots with an AK? It's like almost a full clip of headshots with the AK through that door. So it's really not worth spamming anymore.
It's a bank
I
door,
know.
man. It's a
Yeah,
vault.
it's a backdoor. Yeah. And it looks like, yeah, they want B right now, but okay, no, bomb's going to split up. So I think they hope that B will be pushed again, possibly, and then go for an early pick and try to get the opening pick for once because they haven't been able to do that.
Oh,
Nope.
Zek with a shot from pushing up Cat. He did that the previous round. There was no one there, and he decided to go back. Does it again this round, picks up a frag. Synergy able to get one in mid. It's a headshot on Stanislaw, so he evens it up. But both Running Man and Synergy are taking damage in middle. And you gotta think that Mobility Gaming realizes they are congregating there. Number one man on defense, Strider, playing pretty close to the B tunnel's entrance. Jaxalope is there to keep him honest, although he is smoked off. And he's going to back off. This is an opportunity for Anonymous 5 to make a push onto B. But again, they don't have enough information to realize that there's only one man standing in their way.
Yeah, absolutely. And oh wow, what a shot. Okay, they have B.
So there's the entry. Jaxalope just going to make sure that everything is clear, smokes off the double doors, and here comes the bomb.
7 is going to be lurking really hard here.
Nice call, Launder. Switch to him in time. He's only able to get one, but that's still going to make it a lot easier defense for his teammates, as it's going to be a two-man retake. Potentially, if they do decide to go for it. Sidoff and Zek, they both have kits, but I think in this 2-on-3 scenario and looking at their economy, they are probably just, well, they have the money. They could afford to lose these guns, but I think they're going to play it smart and safe.
Yeah, they could have. I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised if they tried to wolf for this just to drop the guns because the economy is so low for the terrorists that it would hurt them quite a bit. But the bomb would go down and they'd be able to buy regardless. This is just going to increase their bank and increase their odds of winning a following round. So, I mean, ultimately, it was a smart decision. They also got 2 ops out of it, so that's a pretty big deal as well. And they're going to use them. But it's nice to see that Anonymous could pull together a round. Jack's got a 6 shot into B, and Synergy picked one at mid, so it was only natural that they took it. It might have been smart for Mobility to shift a little bit more presence over to B for that reason. But, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised to see a blowout. But since it's not, I'm glad.
Yeah. It's looking like Anonymous 5 is a little bit discombobulated without their IGL and leader, Holy Man. Looking to play more of the pick game as we see Davey did not realize that Jaxalope was already through double doors, comes pushing through the smoke, and eats a hail of bullets from his AK as Running Man combines with Jaxalope to get another, so they have long control. The number 5 man, Zek, is going to have to rotate. He does have the op. He's in great position to try to drop a couple, but he misses both shots, and Running Man makes him pay for it with a headshot. Strider and Stanislaw are on the rotate. Strider is actually running through the smoke at connector. Oh, ill-advised. He's not able to connect as Brunson drops Stanislaw, the last standing with his op. So Anonymous 5 able to string 2 rounds in a row with a couple of quick picks at long entry.
Yeah, that was a great shot and a great way to assert dominance here. So this is going to mean that, oh, I think McVizzle was actually subbing in the game that we saw as well. In that IM final match, I believe. So
I think you're right.
Yeah,
maybe
right?
it was Running Man that was missing because I don't remember seeing him. I'm not sure, but I think you are correct in that.
Yeah.
You take a look at the stat line. He is having a bit of a rough go of it so far. 0-6 thus far in the first half here on T side. Brunson leading his team as we expected him to do so at 4-6. Zek getting another pick from Cat. You got to think that Anonymous 5 has to clue into the fact that he is pushing up with that op there as Sidoff drops 2 with his M4A4 down in lower B, and he's going to pick up that op and try to make it a third here on Synergy. Dodging the nade from mid. He knows one is there. Suspects that another is in lower. Oh, he gets the frag with the op on Brunson. So the last one standing for Anonymous 5 is Synergy. They were looking to build some momentum by getting 3 rounds in a row, but it's not looking in the cards for here. Oh, Davey getting the knife kill on Synergy. I did not even see that coming.
Davey Wood.
That deserves a golf clap.
Star of the Counter-Strike shit-fensive videos. Plenty of knives in those. But yeah, good play by him. Nice lurk. Yeah, they're going for that early cap pick. And it's great because Mobility is juggling them just perfectly. Like they're pushing upper or they're nading it to make sure that they aren't able to take it. And then if they do decide to go upper, they have a player on cat waiting for them to go into lower naturally where they would go. So, setting them up to shut them down, I think, is the name of the game.
Indeed. Perhaps maybe I've studied some tape as Davey gets himself a 3K over at long. One of those kills with the molly. Jaxalope, the last man standing this time, is actually able to get one with the AK and picks up the op. Brunson was able to pick up 2 on the round with his op. Now in the hands of a Jaxalope. He's up against 2 CTs. One of them has the AWP. That's Zek. He's actually, Strider is waiting out long doors, while Zek smartly is waiting at the A site. But he's actually at elevator. I'm surprised by this position. Probably had to rotate from mid or B side, so he actually couldn't get up onto the A site, as it looks like the bomb is going to slowly creep out, and Strider's in perfect position to decapitate him. Ooh, almost whipped that spray, but Jaxalope was not looking in the right direction. Mobility Gaming up 7-2.
Yeah, Spin Hacks took him by surprise there. That was a really tough round to win in the position that he was in, but yeah, you don't want to walk up long with an op, but at the same time, going back is another risk. So he was hoping someone hadn't rotated that far around, or if they had, he would have seen them. I guess that's what his mindset was. And now we're going to go back to a B setup, but we have A5 on a save here. So with a little bit of cat presence, well, it's going to be passive. So they will have mid control this time.
And they are not contesting mid or Mobility Gaming. They basically conceded mid, but Stanislaw, it doesn't matter. He's set up a window with the op to get 2. Sidoff peeks out to get a 3rd. Brunson is extremely wounded, but he does have the bomb on his back. Oh, he gets taken out by Strider, and Sidoff finishes the last man up. That's Running Man. And another quick win for Mobility Gaming to make it 8-2, and this is quickly getting away from A5.
Yeah, pretty much is. And now we have 2 ops, so Jaxalope feeling like he's going to take his role as I guess a secondary opper pretty seriously here, and not just pick up ops that have been dropped, but buy one himself. And I wonder how it's going to go. 2v2 ops right now. Oh wow, heavy cat presence.
Yeah. A little bit discombobulated trying to go with the fast cat, but Mobility sending 3 up cat. They are smoked off this time. It looks like A5 is trying to actually take measures to contest that op pick that Zek's been doing from Cat. He's forced to retreat. Jaxalope standing right in the fire. He's forced to come out, and Davey makes him pay for it. Shoots him down with his M4A1. Nice use of that molly nade there by Davey. So now it is down to a 4-on-5 as Zek threads the needle on Running Man. Getting the headshot, but a little too aggressive as Brunson was there for the trade out.
E-Plat would be theirs to pick, but yeah, no op on Sidoff, but he's been a really good side hold.
We've got Strider looking to make the flank here from mid. He's on Xbox. He knows they're on Cat. Maybe not all of them, but suspects they are all there, and this is a perfect position for him to be in if he decides to get aggressive here. Here it comes! There's one. Drops the bomb. Can he get the second? He does, and Sidoff gets synergy. So very nicely played by Mobility Gaming to make it a 9th round here in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, for how steep the scoreline is, it's a pretty even kill percentage for across the board for Mobility Gaming. We've got a lot of strong shooters here. Strider just picked up 2 and he's got 7, but those were some really good shots. So it seems like a lot of really good aim on Mobility, and with some players lagging behind on Anonymous 5 right now. So that could be contributing to their lack of success.
And look at this stack push by Mobility. Davey being completely aggressive. Coming through B-Ton, Strider right behind him, along with Stanislaw, and they just completely mowed down. Guessed right that Anonymous 5 was going to be going to be on the save. The only man left alive is Jaxalope with his trusty deagle, that beautiful Crimson Web, but he didn't stay alive long enough to show it off to us, as it's now 10-2 in favor of Mobility.
Yeah, and it's going to be buys, I think, just buying out every round at this point, because even if they don't get a bomb plant, you don't want to be shooting for 11-4, 12-3. You want to be shooting for 10-5. If they got those last 3 rounds, if they pull these out, they actually have an okay half. It's not actually that bad. So we'll see if they can. I mean, it's gonna be really important that they do. And with long control right now and that heavy cat presence, they're not gonna be falling to that trying to go B strat where they get picked off from cat and lower.
This time it looks like they're stacking long, but Mobility has essentially conceded long with the number 4 man Sidoff pushing up through middle. So this is a pretty good position for them to be in. Except already, Synergy is pushed up. He's taken out one Strider on the ramp. They were able to smoke off the cross. But some nice defense by Mobility. Drops the bomb on ramp. That's Stanislaw getting one. He sees Jaxel up there. Pulls out a CZ. Can he get it from long distance? What a headshot from downtown by Jaxelope. Stanislaw, last man alive for his team. Up against Brunson with an op.
Oh, man. If only you knew how hurt he was.
Yeah, Brunson favoring the op does not seem to realize. There he goes for the pistol. Able to pick up the clutch for his team. They needed that round desperately, as, like you said, Loners, they're just trying to salvage this first half and get to 10-5.
Yeah, and I mean, 10-5 is actually okay. You know, you win these last 2 rounds, you have the momentum to win the pistol. You know, you have the confidence to do it, and you also have a little bit more motivation. You got something to look forward to, and it's a good buffer. So, whoa, Brunson almost picked him through a smoke there, but Zek picking low gets him.
Yeah, one of the few times Zek did not go up Fast Cat. He gets a pick through long doors into the other opper, dropping Brunson in T-spawn. That's a huge kill for them, as Brunson has been one of the big playmakers for the team, at least in the frag department thus far for Anonymous 5. So already up against it here in the 14th round as Jaxelope evens up things, taking out Davey over by Carr. But look at this! Sidoff pushes through the smoke and drops McViz, but Jaxelope is able to get the trade out, so it's now a 3-on-3. T still have the bomb, though. They've retreated back to middle from long doors. Strider spots a couple of them crossing at Palm. Alerts his teammate, that's the number 3 man, Stanislaw, and he's going to go for the flank, although slowly. We're going to have to see what A5 decides to do here. They are all in middle.
And just some really, really great strats coming up from both. I mean, I think, you know, Anonymous 5 going long last round, that was the right call. Oh, we have a lurk again from Stanislaw walking up.
Oh, he was going for the knife! But unfortunately, the teammate, I think it was Synergy, saw him. That would have been great if he was actually able to pull that out. He saw the enemy with plenty of time to actually get the frag off, but opted to go for that knife lurk. He's able to get the one frag, but unfortunately couldn't turn it into multiple as they were lined up for him. It's down to Running Man against Strider and Zek. Again, shooting through those double doors, not doing much damage at all. Strider down to 91, Running Man only at 23.
No time.
And it's looking like he's just going to have to save here. For the final round, gets a kill on Strider.
Yeah,
Zek will save his op.
Definitely not a round that they want. Well, they are going to be really on a broken by here, so I guess it was worth saving if they can win this round. But yeah, he really didn't have that many options. Man, that knife lurk turned into 1 kill, and that could have gone a lot worse. I mean, it could have definitely changed the tide of that round. Unfortunately for Anonymous 5, it didn't. So this is going to mean, okay, they're going to go back to their bread and butter. That's long, and with the smokes out, I don't know if they're going to be weary of this hold.
Davey has just been lights out here on the defense and long, and he's got support from Sidoff, who gets the first kill on McViz. Running Man trades him out. Davey is able to get Running Man, pushes up on the bomb with his pistol. So great defense at long. It's a 2-for-3 trade there. You can't really ask for much more. Brunson and Jaxelope are still alive there. There's one up Cat. That's Brunson, and he gets dropped by Strider. LMS is Jaxelope.
1v3. Bomb is in his control. Probably would have been wise to pick it up since they can't see it anyway, but oof.
Whoa, and that lurk by Stanislaw from T-Spawn. So at the half, it is 12-3 in favor of Mobility Gaming, and they switch to the easier, well, arguably the easier side here on Dust 2. You got to think that Anonymous 5 knows they have to win this pistol round to have any hope of winning this matchup.
Yeah, to even bring it close, they need to win the pistol round because they haven't shown that they're a better team than Mobility Gaming, or at least better in this match. I know it must be really tough for them not having Holy Man at this point, considering that it seems like Mobility Gaming are really structured, and the way that they anti-strat Anonymous 5 is just like super calculated, and everything that they're doing is working against them. So it might be, you know, it would have been a really big benefit for Anonymous 5 to have, you know, their IGL, I think, for a match like this especially. You still there?
Oh, excuse me, I had myself muted for a second as I was sneezing. Good call, Launders. Yeah, I was saying Mobility is basically anti-strat Anonymous 5 perfectly. They've read them to a T. Their stacks have been perfectly read, their flanks, and they've made Anonymous 5 pay for not watching those sides. It's going to be the pistol round here to start the second half. A5 up against it. Must win here if they want any shot at winning this game. But you got to think that Mobility is ready for what they have coming at them as the 4 players from Mobility are stacked in B side with the bomb. And Running Man hits his teammate with smoke there. Synergy comes storming out through middle, but Stanislaw makes him pay for it with a headshot. They're getting an entry into the B side, but there's only one there to defend.
Oh, man.
And it was, I think, Jaxalope as he gets dropped. They have complete control of the B site. They will get the bomb down as Zet has already moved out to mid. He gets a headshot on McViz. Second frag onto Running Man. LMS is Brunson. He's up against 4 terrorists with the bomb planted. This is a losing battle if I've ever seen one. And unfortunately for Anonymous 5, this one may be wrapped up quickly. Brunson getting the consolation prize with the knife kill on Davey. But Zek gets the payback on Brunson. Knives all around here in the pistol round to start the second half. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, that's $1,500 for each team there, so that is going to make a difference. Whether or not they'll buy behind it is a mystery, but it looks like, no, they're going to play for the long haul here, so they're going to go for 14. I don't think they want to play for a tie, but they're going to play to win out from the next round, so that's going to be a big deal if they can do that. 5 buy zones, which is shocking considering the score, not expecting the other team to buy, but the read is right.
Just coming out guns blazing with those Bisons, those never-ending clips that they have, just spraying for dear life, even through the doors. It does not matter, as they're able to wipe out 3 of the counter-terrorists. Running Man, McViz, last 2 alive. It's all up to Running Man. He's able to get Strider with a headshot. Another one on Zek. He held fast there in mid, but against all that Bison spam, there's not much you can do as Davey and Stanislaw clean it up.
Yeah, I think I'm dead.
Me too, Zek, me too.
Man, so, okay, a scout buy from Synergy. I'm not sure if we call this throwing, but it's going to really depend because if they use the scout for information, I can understand, but it is a really cheap weapon, and they're actually, yeah, so they're on CT. And they're sticking with the buy zones.
Stick with what works as the Bisons come out swinging again into the B site. Synergy is actually able to take out Sidoff. Strider, I think, shot his teammate in the back of the head a little bit there as they smoke off the doors. Brunson at the windows. The spray is just unbelievable here. But A5 is actually on the winning end of that engagement as they stacked up on guns, M4s, FAMASas, and the Scout, as you previously mentioned. So it's a 3-on-2. And look at the bomb. It's actually rotating to A, and I think Anonymous 5 has read this because they leave Strider with his Bison spam over in B, all buys lonesome. And it's going to be a double back. They're juking the juke as Stanislaw is going back, and I think A5 is kind of wise to this as Synergy is watching the cross. There it is. Oh, no, he misses the shot, tries to wall bang it. He's down to 3 bullets. That's all he needs for the headshot on Stanislaw. A5 picking up that win against 5 Bisons.
Beginning at the end? I don't know. But, oh no, 5 scouts?
So it looks like Mobility is in full-on troll mode right here.
Oh my goodness.
The only thing I can expect next is the full-on nip crab walk into B with dualies. Assuming they lose this round. As they're stacking mid with the scouts at this point. No respect whatsoever for Anonymous 5. But that's the thing, you could pay the price if you get a little too careless. But given the fact that they do have 10 rounds to play with, they can probably get away with this.
Yeah, it's... Oh man, and Anonymous 5 are all really low at this point. We got 2 players down to half or lower.
So they're doing some damage with these scouts regardless. And it's jumping scout mode too as well from what I've seen. McViz getting himself a frag. There's a second on the bomb, so he's turning it up a little bit. He's now up to 6 frags after almost dropping a donut in the first half. Running Man gets one of his own. Zek and Strider still remaining with their trusty scouts. Zek almost at half health. But so is Synergy, and Jackalope is at 28. They could actually win this if they play smart. We'll see. He comes storming out of Cat. Synergy drops one. It's all up to Strider. He's just spraying. Oh, the jumping shot on Synergy! Oh, that makes the round completely worth it. Win or lose. Comes out swinging with the CZ, and if he clutches this, I will eat my hat.
I'll buy a hat and eat it.
Poor Jackalope, though, knows he's up against a scout with just a mag, and he is isolated.
Oh, he's got to go for the kill.
Cat.
He's got to go for the kill. There's no point to go for the bomb. Oh.
So Jackalope plays that smart, just bides his time, lets the round in, peeking for an easy kill, but I guess Strider underestimated the time he had remaining there, went for the bomb instead of the frag.
Yeah, he could have made that like COTW, but
that could have easily been a clip of the week if he clutches that one with the scout.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so I mean, 14-5. I mean, do we take this game seriously? I'm not really sure.
Well, hopefully Mobility Gaming decides to take it seriously. They're still 2 rounds away from the win. The spray is real from Synergy through the smoke at double doors. He's able to drop one. Here comes a second. That's Davey. Synergy picks himself up a second easy frag there. Mobility still in full-on throw mode, but they're on essentially the save, despite the fact that Strider does have his trusty scout, which he does not get a frag with. So Anonymous 5, they're not out of it. But you got to think eventually Mobility Gaming is going to, tighten their bootstraps and put this away.
Yeah, so we got 5 AKs now. I'm curious to see what their strat's going to be on T side. They have really interesting ones. Excuse me, on CT, and on T side, it's a whole different ball game. I wonder how they're going to respond to Anonymous 5's setups, and if they've learned anything from the way they played the last few rounds.
So this time, like you said, we do have full AKs, lacking a full nade set. Pretty much on everyone. Most nades, they do have to speak on one player's sit-off. The smoke and an HE.
Man, they are so convinced that it was long. They used mollies, they used smokes, they boosted Cat. They're really short on nades already.
But meanwhile, the terrorists are stacked in middle with the bomb staged up in B tons. Looking like a mid to B, most likely. Although there is no smoke, it's looking like they're just going to go in raw. Davey picks up one NC, gets his teammate. Strider steps in and gets the trade out, so they actually get entry from mid to B. Davey is going to molly off back plat. They finally do smoke off CT as Davey turns around and picks up McViz. So Brunson, the only man standing between Mobility Gaming and a plant at B site in their 15th round. But Davey is extremely wounded. Doesn't matter. Sit off, waiting for Brunson to peek the doorway, puts him down with his AK, and gets the all-important 15th round.
Yeah, so it appears the round that they started trying, the round they won. Really great molly there from Davey. Some excellent trade-outs by Strider. Just walking out mid without a smoke, it's it's a strategy in itself, even though you would think that a mid to B smoke is just standard and really easy. Everybody knows it by default, hit it off the window. But they decided not to, and that's so that they didn't raise any flags at mid. And it worked out for them. So they caught people off guard, and they took the round pretty convincingly.
Yeah, I think that's just another testament to their confidence in their fragging ability over Anonymous 5 thus far in this game. As the opening frag goes to Running Man on Stanislav with a headshot. But Stanislav actually gets a molly kill. That's a frag from the grave there. Strider trying to make the cross, but Synergy with the spray. Oh, lethal through the smoke. Last 2 Ts remaining are trying to get up long from ramp and get the bomb planted. Davey does have the bomb in his hands. He picks up McViz. He's got one more in front of him. It's Synergy. Synergy closing it out with a 4K. So it's now 15-7. Anonymous 5 is still fighting.
Yeah, I mean, so they were ready for long that previous round, and I think that committal really hurt them. But this round, they were ready for it again and definitely shut it down. So I think it would be wise for Mobility to stay away from long. I don't know if they'd care, though, because they're so close to winning. They showed they can win troll rounds. They showed they can win the rounds they try, and at this point, it's just kind of up to them what they want to do. I really couldn't predict.
Yeah, it does seem like they feel like they're in full control of this game, despite the fact that they have kind of opened the door for Anonymous 5 to make it close and make it a game.
Mm-hmm.
They are in a save here. They lose sit-off immediately to Brunson. Whoa! Okay, sorry, auto director, you failed the viewers that round as They pretty much dropped Mobility Gaming with a quickness over at long as they were watching the B defender. What are you thinking, Auto Director?
What are you thinking, Gaben?
Yeah, come on, man. People don't want to see this guy staring at an empty doorway while the people are dying on the other end of the map. So we start round 24. Mobility Gaming in the lead 15-8. Anonymous 5 trying to stage a comeback here, but you got to think that now that Mobility Gaming has guns in their hand, they're going to put it away here as they just completely storm into the B site, drop both of the defenders there, and there's a third frag with the Khalil from Stanislaw smoking off the doorways. Last two guys standing are Running Man and Brunson.
That's
Excuse me,
ridiculous.
that's now Brunson. And this is probably going to be game, set, match. And there it is, Davey, the final kill of the match. Mobility Gaming winning it 16-8 here on Dust 2.
Wow, easy skins. That's crazy. They just, I mean, they ran through that fire, took it too, like no problem. Just super confident.